Our top story at this hour, a new U.S. intelligence assessment has found that almost half of the air-to-ground munitions Israel has used in Gaza since the war began have been unguided bombs. Now, the revelation comes as the United States and Israeli officials engage in intensifying conversations about the sequencing of military operations in the conflict. Gaza officials say Israel's military offensive has killed nearly 19,000 people, most of whom were women and children. Now, these unguided bombs are otherwise known as dumb bombs. The use of so many unguided bombs, first reported by CNN, is a concern among humanitarian groups and others. Washington has been calling for weeks for Israel to take more care to avoid civilian casualties in Gaza, saying that too many Palestinians have been killed. Now, what exactly are these dumb or unguided bombs? They are conventional or nuclear aircraft-delivered bombs that do not contain a guidance system. In the absence of a guidance system, such bombs simply follow a ballistic trajectory. This makes them far harder to aim and therefore far more likely to strike unintended targets. Therefore, they put civilians at risk. Dumb bombs were used commonly during the Second World War, and they continued to make up the vast majority of aircraft-delivered bombs until the late 1980s. They have now largely been replaced by precision-guided munitions, which are guided towards a specific target. Dumb bombs are typically aerodynamic in shape, usually with tail fins to reduce drag and increase stability after release. In order to detonate upon impact, they tend to use a contact fuse. An increasing number of voices in the United States, notably from the left wing of the Democratic Party, have called on Biden to take a firmer stand toward his Israeli ally and even to condition military aid. As for Politico, U.S. Vice President has been telling colleagues in the administration that she wants White House to show more concern for the humanitarian damage in Gaza. The internal talks about the war in Gaza. Kamala Harris has argued that it is time to start making day-after plans to how to handle wreckage of the war once the fighting ends. Harris's push to shape the White House message reflects the extent to which Democrats, even the top two officials in the nations, are struggling to walk a careful line. Infighting is spreading, but slowly but meaningfully at every layer of the Democratic Party over Biden's full-throated support of Israel. Pro-Palestinian Democrats are outraged at the rising death tolls in Gaza, made possible by Biden's posture. Day after day, more House Democrats are criticizing Israel's expanding ground operations, raising concern with Biden's policy and even calling for a ceasefire.